Hello, guys. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. Today, public schools go crazy. What is going on in public schools and why are they going so woke? That's all today here on Woke World News. So, Woke World News, the news you wish wasn't reliable. So today we're going to get into why is the why is the school system just going crazy, and man, should we really take our kids out of the school? In America, people are like, especially Christians, are taking kids out of the school and starting to do
Mhm,
homeschooling.
mhm,
I don't know what it is like in the Philippines, but
mhm.
that's a good idea.
Yeah. Um, my kids were homeschooled at some point in their life. They've also been enrolled in regular school, but unlike in the U.S., here in the Philippines, it's not as bad as what's happening. Yeah,
It- well, let me encourage you. It's going to get worse.
yeah, it's gonna get worse.
It's going to
Definitely.
get a lot worse. Even private schools, like private Christian schools, even they are going pretty bad. I have a brother in Christ. His name is Thomas, with a beautiful little girl. And one day, Thomas kind of looked at what was going on in that private Christian school, and he was like, "Nope, nope, nope,
Mhm.
nope. Got to get her out of there." So now they started doing private schooling, private homeschooling. And I encourage any Christian, get your kids out of these schools, because today we're going to talk about what's going on behind those doors in different parts of the country. So first off, this one's a this one's a shocking one. So teachers in horror as boy, age of 4, brings vape
Wow.
to school that mom gave to him to keep him happy.
What? Keep him happy?
That
Here you
Yeah.
go.
Okay. So
Here
4
you
year
go,
old.
honey. Try vaping.
Yeah. Go ahead. Eh, Yeah, how do you justify that? Why does your 4-year-old son have a vape pen? Oh, well, it keeps him happy. Well, yeah, I mean, you're just intoxicating him with a bunch of nicotine and
Mhm.
nice flavors. Yeah, that's really bad.
That
That's a
just
reprobate.
yeah, that's just whack.
That's whack. All right, hey man, that is the first time we use the word whack on this show. So we're become we're vibing now. So,
Uh-huh.
but it gets even worse than that. This one's a big story actually going on. If you take a look into it, it's pretty big. School purges books published before 2008, an inclusivity push.
What?
Yeah, so what they did is that they said, okay, well, we need to start, kind of purging a lot of the books that were made before 2008. We're going to need to go through them and
Mhm.
just kind of see, what's really just not really kind of racist, maybe has some racial undertones or
Uh-huh.
whatever like that. And then they end up getting rid of almost everything. And this is what the shelves look like now.
Yeah.
And
I mean, come on. Before 2008, you can probably find anything in any book that you will find offensive if you really look hard, right?
really look at
So,
like Huck Finn, you
yeah.
know?
I mean,
Yeah.
so any publication, regardless of when it was published, you can find something that may be offensive, that is not aligned with what you are trying to push, what agenda, what narrative you're trying to uh, push on people. But that's exactly what you're gonna end up with. Library that just only has a handful of books.
Yeah. Or like, 1984, oh, this doesn't have any black people in it. Got to take it out. Stuff like that. But it's Tale of Two Cities. Oh, this is all, and most books early in American literature, they were, European in nature,
Mhm,
right? So
mhm,
they were they didn't have that many black people or Hispanic or
mhm,
anything like that. So it was European, mostly did involved the printing press, and Spanish. So it was and not like, you know um, Puerto Rican or anything like that, or Mexican. No, it's Spanish like Spain. So
mhm,
primarily the white people of Spanish genre. So basically all the books that were before 2008, especially the older books that really focus in on the culture and where we come from in history. Yeah, if you're looking for inclusivity, then you're going to throw them all out, man.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, you remember back in the day, like in okay, when Stalin came around, when
Mhm.
Stalin was around, or if uh, the Nazi regime, they all
Yeah,
had book
Hitler.
burnings.
Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
they book
Yeah,
burnings.
yep. I was about to
Yeah,
say that during the time of Hitler,
yeah,
when the Nazi party was very popular at its height, they had a public book burning.
mhm,
So, you know, if we are not looking back at history and learning from the mistakes of history, as they say, then we are bound to repeat it.
yeah. Right, exactly, and that's exactly what we're doing here. It's just that
Mhm.
we're not doing it in like a you know Heil Hitler book burning kind of deal. We're just saying, oh, this one's not good. This
Uh-huh.
one's not good either. You know what? Just get
Uh-huh.
rid of all of these. It's the silent book burning.
Yep.
And that's what it is. That it's like the enemy kind of learns that the best way to do it now is just do it quietly, do it
Yeah.
under the guise of doing something good. Oh well, these aren't inclusive, so we gotta get rid of these now. Because they just don't have any other races other than white people, so we just have to get rid of them. And that's in itself a bit racist. So that hey, in this woke world, even the school system, everything is racist, even your public libraries. So, and also remember what happened in 2008? Remember how before 2008,
Mhm.
like LGBT wasn't even a thing. It really wasn't.
Mhm.
There was like the gay community, Will and Grace, and a couple of gay characters on TV. That's about it. You saw. I remember in America we saw local gay clubs, but that was it. And then all of a sudden something happened after 2008, you
Mhm.
know um after some sort of election that went on around that time, and then all of a sudden it was like LGBT, gay community, all the gay rights and all. I mean, all of it just really started to ramp up, and
Mhm.
that's where things really. And so it's funny how they're calling it after 2008, when really this woke world started to wake up. So yeah, that's that's pretty interesting. But again, gets a little worse than that as we move on. Of course, this one's weird. Parents threaten to pull their children out of lessons as school installs CCTV in children's toilets, but teachers refuse to back down.
What?
Why?
Okay. Yeah, why? Why?
Yeah, I don't want you to. Now I understand. I remember being in like a high school toilet, and one time I got ambushed
Mhm.
somebody, like
Mhm.
two guys came
Mhm.
in there and tried to throw me up against the stalls,
Mhm.
and try to take all my jewelry, because
Mhm.
back then I used to wear a lot of jewelry. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then when I wouldn't let them, then they pulled out a joint and said, "Hey man, you
Mhm.
want to smoke this?" And this was my first day, by the way, just history lesson. This was my first day of high school. It was. That's the school I went to. I went to a very ghetto school.
So,
So d
gives new meaning to the phrase first day high.
yeah, yeah, and so I had to leave the situation. And yeah, I mean, I could see why maybe you might ponder the thought of putting cameras in this area. But
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, that is just weird. And why is it weird? Because now you have people like this coming into the school system. Oklahoma school hires drag queen principal once arrested for child porn and drugs.
Mhm.
Yeah, a drag performer arrested 22 years ago for possessing both child pornography and illicit drugs has been hired to be school principal of an
Wow.
Oklahoma City elementary school, and
Wow.
the school district is defending its decision.
Okay. You know,
Uh,
you just gotta wonder and shake your head. I mean, the school board approved this?
no, they're defending it. It's like you're like, no, 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 we made the right decision here. There's no reason why you should be against this.
Wow.
So, yeah, and and they wonder why parents are kind of weirded out by
Mhm.
you putting
Mhm.
cameras in their toilets.
Mhm.
I'm going to say no, me personally, and what I suggest for anybody that is watching these videos and the Road to Emmaus podcast,
Mhm.
I recommend not only homeschooling your children, but also grabbing them by their collars and yanking them out of the school system,
Mhm.
because yeah, it is bad. I mean, you remember when I don't know about you, man, but when I was in school, I couldn't chew gum,
Chew
right?
gum?
That
Okay.
yeah, that was a big thing. Don't chew gum. Don't
Okay.
chew gum in class. And now we
Okay.
have 4-year-olds bringing in vape pens. You know,
At least he's not chewing gum. Okay.
right.
He wasn't chewing gum. He was sucking on his vape. So technically, he wasn't chewing gum. So
Now here's where
he's
it may
good.
turn out to be a benefit, though. Here's where it turns out to be. Okay, so if I tell the kid that if you don't stop doing that, I'm going to send you to the principal's office,
Mhm.
and you know what the principal is? It's this. He's a sex offending drag queen.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
he'll be like, "Okay, ma'am."
Yep.
I would
It's
I
it's
would
this
be a
guy.
good boy. Yeah. I would be a good boy because you
It's
wouldn't you
this
wouldn't have to
guy.
tell me twice.
Okay. Yes, sir.
But
I'm getting rid of my vape right now.
yeah, I'll throw it away. Yeah, I'm gonna get straight A's from now on. Trust me. Yeah. So that's what's going on in school systems in this woke, crazy world. What do you think? What was your most cringiest report of this video? Which one stuck out to you the most? Do you have any any experience? If you're a parent, do you have any experience with what they're dealing with in the school system? Have you pulled out your kids in the school system, or are you thinking about it after seeing this video or seeing the news that's out there today? Leave a comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps us get the word out and really helps our channel. We really appreciate you guys coming by, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you, Jules.
Thanks. Bye.